Hello, vinyl community. This is Randy. I hope everyone is doing well out there. This video is an attempt to start a thread, all having to do with cars. If you clicked on the icon, that is me in my first car, a 1972 Ford Gran Torino. And just like the one that Clint Eastwood had in the movie Gran Torino, only his was in a lot better shape. But what I'm attempting to do is I want people to show at least 5 albums with a car on the cover and 5 albums that contain songs about cars. And so the first one that I'm going to first one I'm going to show is the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, and the name of the album is The Car Over the Lake, which is, I'm not sure what kind of car that is. I don't know a lot about cars, so maybe somebody can tell me. But this is their third album from 1975. They're a country rock group formed in Springfield, Missouri. Their biggest hit was like Jackie Blue. That's not on this album, but this is their third one on A&M. And I guess the cover was based on a college concert that they played at, and that's where they got the idea for the cover, Car Over the Lake. And also came with a floppy disk. Anyway, and my second one, and I do know this is a Cadillac on the cover of this one. This is a guy named Curtis Gordon, who some people may not be familiar with. He was an early rockabilly artist with a little bit of country swing. This is on Bear Family out of Germany. This is a compilation album. He never really had any big hits. Caffeine and Nicotine is probably the only one you may have heard before, but Curtis Gordon with this band there, and the Cadillac. Next, I have a roots rock group from the 70s. You got the rearview mirror, got a couple 70s cars right there. This came in 1987. Green on Red. Their best albums were probably Gas, Food, Lodging, and No Free Lunch. Now, this isn't quite as good as those. And the lead singer, Dan Stewart, has a voice that takes some getting used to, but this is my third car one, and hope everyone likes that. And my next one, he had a lot of car songs as well, and it's the Bobby Fuller 4, and he's got a dragster right there, and it shows him on the back there. They also had some car songs on here with the King of the Wheels. Maybe that was it. Anyway, Bobby Fuller 4 kind of kept the Buddy Holly theme going into the 60s. But who knows if he could have kept that going, because he passed away very mysteriously in a parked car. It was called suicide, but there was a lot of questions, so it was a pretty mysterious death by Bobby Fuller, whose a big hit was I Fought the Law, that the Clash later covered as well. But there's him with the dragster. It's another car for you. And the next one I have is The Impressions. This is an album from 1966. Curtis Mayfield was still in the group then. Got their 3 sports cars. I know. It's like one of them is a Corvette. Like I said, I'm not a big car guy, so I couldn't tell you what some of the cars are. This was on the ABC Paramount label. 1966, The Impressions. And last one I'm going to show of Cars on the Cover is from my favorite Jackson Browne album, and not sure what kind of car that is as well. Late for the Sky. Jackson Browne on the cover. And he was on Asylum. So those are my albums with cars on the cover. Now I'm going to show some albums about car songs. First one I have up is from an early rocker. This is some doo-wop too. And that's Vernon Green and the Medallions. This is on Duotone. They were on Duotone, but this is a collectibles reissue of their material. And the song I want to show you is Buick 59, which is a really good early rocker. They may, like I said, they did have some doo-wop and some other things in there, but the really good early rocker is Buick 59. Second one I'm going to show is Van Morrison. This is off the TB sheets. Kind of an album that Bang put out that he didn't really want to, where they took a lot of material from his first album and then put on some early versions of Madame George and Beside You that would appear on Astral Weeks. But kind of an interesting album, even though Van didn't really approve of it. But the song I'm going to show off here is Who Drove the Red Sports Car. That's my car song off that one. The next one is off Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska. He does have the song Open All Night, which talks about cars, but I'm going to use the song Used Cars, in which talks about how proud his father was when he just bought a new used car. And of course, Bruce says if he ever, I guess when he's never going to drive in a used car again, he's gonna get a new one. He's gonna make it. Used Cars off the wonderful Nebraska album from Springsteen. And the next one is a song off an album by Johnny Cash called The Rambler. This was kind of a concept album where he would he was picking up hitchhikers, and then they would talk to him and he'd have a conversation with them, and it would lead into a song. And the song I'm going to show on this one is Wednesday Car, which he said that's the car you want to buy. You want to find out when your car was made, because Monday and Tuesday they're just getting back from their weekend. They're not really into their job yet. And then on Thursday and Friday, they're thinking about the weekend. So you want a Wednesday car. That's going to be the one that doesn't break down. It's from Johnny Cash's The Rambler. Next one's from the great roots rock group, The Blasters. And this is their album, Nonfiction, which came out in 1983. And the song on the show is Long White Cadillac, which has to do with Hank Williams' last ride and his Long White Cadillac. Great song by the great roots rock group, The Blasters, with Dave Alvin and Phil Alvin. A lot of you bought the Third Mind, the psychedelic album, and that has Dave Alvin played in that. Dave Alvin also played in the group X for I think just one album. And Phil Alvin's done some great solo work. Unsung Stories is a wonderful album by Phil Alvin. They did get back together, the brothers, and did a really good album as well. But the Blasters, nonfiction, a long white Cadillac. And my last one is from, it also has cars on the cover, a group called the Untamed Youth, which is an album, Some Kind of Fun. But they are kind of a garage rock group. And the song I want to show is Antique 32 Studebaker Dictator Coupe. They also had a song called Go Go Ferrari, which is on here. Oh, Holland Honda, which is on here. Is there any more? I can't remember. Girl and a Hot Rod. But a guy named Deke Dickerson, he was called Derek Dickerson when he was in the Untamed Youth, is on here. Really good kind of rockabilly and alternative country and some garage rock. But everybody should check out Deke Dickerson. He was a really entertaining person. I've seen him in concert a few times, and he's always been entertaining. Great guitarist. And the Untamed Youth, and Go Go Ferrari, Antique 32 Studebaker Dictator Coupe, Holland Honda. But that is my attempt at a thread. Sure, I'd love to see anybody else that wanted to show off their car albums, or the Cars. I guess the Cars album does have a person with a car on the cover on one of them. But thanks, everyone. If anybody wants to tell me some of the cars I showed, because I don't really know. I knew the one was a Cadillac and one was a Corvette. But hope everyone's doing well, and thank you.